So you know how I set out that poll a little while ago asking if you all wanted to see some more vlog content on this channel? A little while ago. Here is a vlog finally. Hi, I'm back. Hello. I'm here with a tea and today I'm going to answer some questions. If anyone's curious, I'm going to be trying to make more vloggy content on this channel in the future because I spend 6.5 hours a day making gaming content on Twitch, so there's plenty of gaming content out there. But I actually get a lot of questions about my day-to-day life and I have a lot of stuff I would love to share, especially since I moved into a new place and I'm doing loads of decorating and I just really miss making vloggy content. So if you like that stuff, please let me know, comment below and like and subscribe. Yeah, do the likey thing and do the subscribey thing if you like this sort of content. Also, I have my Totoro mug and my hair is wet because I like to let my hair dry naturally, so that is a whole ass mood, as the kids say. So yeah, I asked yesterday on my Twitter and my Instagram if you had any questions. I get a lot of questions day to day on my Twitch, but I figured I would try to get some things together in a video. And yeah, from what I've seen, there's quite a few things about my Twitch career and moving out and things like that. But there's also just a lot of random questions, so we're just gonna answer all and everything. This is kind of just like not a concentrated Q&A. However, in the future, if y'all want to hear about my like moving experiences and stuff, I will do a separate video on that. One that like concentrates on it, and maybe we'll get Hannah involved too. Maybe. I got quite a few questions and quite a lot of people sent a lot of questions in, so if you're one of those people, thank you so very much. I'm looking at you, Tommy. I'm looking at you. Thank you for the questions. I'm gonna try and answer as many as I can. I might not get to all of them. There are some very silly questions from some of my friends, but we're gonna do it. All right, let's see. Let's get into them. So we'll start off with some from Tommy because Tommy has asked quite a few questions and quite a lot of really good questions. So here we go. What's your favorite part about streaming? My favorite part about streaming is getting to know people, making friends and meeting them, and yeah, it's all about the connections and relationships and just getting to know people you have stuff in common with. That is my 100% hands down favorite thing about streaming on Twitch. It is honestly 10 out of 10. If you could live anywhere in the world, no limitations, where would you choose? Okay, so I love living in England, don't get me wrong, okay? It's a pretty decent country in terms of things. It's quite pretty, nice nature and stuff, but I think I would probably move somewhere a little bit warmer, like where in the winter it is not freezing cold. And the favorite place I've ever been in my life is probably Orlando, Florida, which I know it's controversial because a lot of people are like don't actually live in Florida. It's a mess, but you know, if I could live in that like Disney bubble area where I don't have to like deal with the rest of Florida things, I feel like that could be fun. Or Canada, because Canada is amazing. Canada is probably the more realistic one, but if we're going along the lines of like literally anywhere, no limitations, take me to like the part of Orlando where it's still like the holiday area, and I'll go live there. Will you ever let your mods out of the basement? No. If you're not streaming, what would be your ideal job? So before I started streaming full time, I was actually going to become a teacher. I did all my stuff, all my education in like film and videos and stuff, so theoretically like what I'm doing now is my dream job, like it's what I wanted to do, so really I'm kind of doing my dream job right now anyway. But I guess I would probably do teaching, and especially if they like made it a little bit more if they chilled out a bit on the stress they put on teachers and maybe gave them a bit more money, that would be great. But yeah, I'd probably do teaching because I love working with kids, and I also loved working with kids as like an activity instructor and summer camp counselor, so if they had like something that was a balance of those things, maybe something like that. I don't know. Working with kids would definitely be what it would be if I wasn't streaming, because I don't know, I just find it hilarious. It's very fun. So either like a teacher realistically, or maybe like a summer camp counselor if a summer camp counselor could work all year long, which they normally can't because winter is normally too cold. Who's your favorite Animal Crossing villager and why is it Jitters? My favorite Animal Crossing villager, my favorite Animal Crossing character is Sky the Wolf and also Deli the Monkey, but not Jitters. Not Jitters. Ugh. Okay, so Tom asks, if you could visit any city in the world right now with no restrictions, a week to stay there and explore it, what city would it be? Now, if we're talking about cities that I've never been to before, because there's obviously a lot of places I would love to revisit, I think I would probably go for Tokyo, Japan. I would love to explore all the different shopping areas, but also I would like to visit the temples. I would love to visit like the Studio Ghibli museum and things, and yeah, I feel like Tokyo would be awesome. Or even just like Japan in general, like going to like the deer parks and the different animal cafes, and I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in my life that is related to Japan. I literally stream like Nintendo games all day, have my Japanese freaking car, and I just love like a lot of animes and Japanese movies movies like Studio Ghibli, so yeah, I would love to go to Japan. It seems like a really lovely place, and the food. So Hannah asks, best and worst experiences in the UK lockdown. So actually, not gonna lie, lockdown hasn't been that bad for me. I've kept myself occupied. I've been working from home. I was gonna be working from home anyway, so like when the lockdown happened, it kind of just was a very smooth transition for me. I wasn't like not going into work or anything because I have been working from home as a full-time Twitch streamer. I would say there were some interesting experiences. So the best thing probably was like in the middle of summer, me and Hannah got ourselves a little tent out in the back garden of my parents' house before we moved here, and we put some fairy lights up and we had movies on, and it was just like some nights we'd sit in there and it would be raining and it was really, really atmospheric, and other nights it would just be really warm and like our cats would be around, and it was just a really serene moment that we had there when we like sat in the tent outside, and it was just really fucking nice. It was really, really nice and just a really great memory. The worst thing probably is just like the feeling of like, I guess agoraphobia kind of settled in a little bit after the first lockdown. It was kind of hard to get out after that, and also just the fact that I've just not been able to travel too much, which is a very first world problem, I will say, and I wasn't really going to travel in 2020 anyway. However, it's just about making memories and seeing more people, because you have to stay in such these tight inner circles, which is, by the way, so valid. COVID, let's actually stay safe and make sure it goes way quicker by following the rules. But yeah, just like, I think I met more people online this year than I've met in person, and although I love meeting people online, meeting people in person is always just a different experience, and so yeah, I missed a little bit of that, but hopefully I'll meet more people in person as the years go on. Maybe go to a TwitchCon, that'd be awesome. I've already met some of my friends from Twitch as well, which is amazing. They are honestly the most incredible people, and if you're watching, I love you. When did you first start making content? And did you consider it a career option in the beginning? No. The first time I ever made a video was when I was 10 years old. I remember on my 10th Christmas, I got a laptop, and so the laptop had a webcam, and as a person I always liked to act out things when I was a kid with my toys and stuff, and I just ended up transitioning that acting out with toys to acting out in front of a camera. So I honestly, like, I made these videos and posted them to Facebook, and my family would watch them when I was like 10 or 11, and then I just didn't really stop from there. I'm 23 now. I started a YouTube channel when I was 13, doing like silly videos with toys and stuff. It was very fun. Picked it up again in university, did some stuff for my university's YouTube channel, transitioned to Twitch in around 2018, and it's just been a non-stop thing since I've been able to get my hands on a camera, literally. Like, it's never stopped. There's been breaks of like a couple months, but it's honestly just never stopped. I've always gone back to it after a while, and so yeah, I mean, I just love it. I even did a degree in film, so yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I've always done, and I think my family can attest to that because they used to watch my silly old videos when I was like really young. I'm just giggling at Jess's questions. She says, who is your best friend who had blonde hair, who was from Yorkshire, who was very weird? Jess. Tide says, how are you so fantastic? How are you so fantastic? Oh my goodness, y'all. This one says, do you have any new hobbies since your hobbies became your main job? I have other hobbies besides video games, but honestly, like, video games being my hobby and video games being my job, I can easily separate them, because when I do video games as a hobby, I tend to not be talking to people while I'm doing it, so it's kind of a separate experience. I think when I'm streaming, half of it is playing video games, but half of it is talking to people and performing and stuff. So when I do play video games on my own, it's kind of a different experience, and I do really enjoy it. However, I do play ukulele, I do play guitar, I do go out on walks sometimes. Honestly, I want to pick up more hobbies in 2020 or 2021. Besides playing video games and watching movies and stuff, my life is a little bit boring, and I do want to pick up some new hobbies. But yeah, honestly, my biggest hobby probably is playing video games and talking about them, and yeah, just kind of transitioned into my job, and at the moment I'm still enjoying both as a hobby and as a job. So yeah. Arby asks, what would I be doing if I was not a streamer? Like I said before, with Tommy's question, probably a teacher more than likely. This is more like on the realistic side, I think, rather than ideally. I was actually going to train to be a teacher anyway, so probably. My Magical Sunflower says, describe your style. When it comes to my clothing style, I think I do like nature inspired things. As you can tell, a lot of my clothing is nature inspired. However, I would just say that my style is very comfy, always in a pair of mum jeans, honestly so comfortable. When I'm feeling a little bit more like I want to be fashionable, I'll put on a pair of black boots. I'll feel like a bit of a badass, I guess. But yeah, I generally just wear like mum jeans, oversized fleeces, beanies. In the summer I'll just wear like mum jeans and like a t-shirt. Like I have a very boyish style, but like it's still kind of girly because of the pieces that I wear, but I never wear dresses, I never wear skirts. I live my life in mum jeans. I always wear mum jeans, especially like the blue ones. I used to wear black jeans a lot more, but I really like the blue ones for some reason. Yeah. How has your time at university affected your personality? Ooh, that's a really nice question actually, because university was a very interesting experience for me. I did enjoy the university studying part of university, but the big thing that happened to me in university was that every single summer I was in university, I picked up working a job in summer camps. And so I worked 2 summers in the UK, in UK summer camps, and then I worked 2 summers in Canada. Don't know why I did this. I worked 2 summers in Canada, and these were during my university times, and if I hadn't gone to university I wouldn't have taken those summers out because I probably would have just been working a regular job, and those particular summers grew me in confidence, made me fall in love with like working with children, and like I don't know, it made me feel like a very person who's very confident in myself. In the end I ended up being like a cabin head, which means that I was like in charge of people, and it just felt really nice to have responsibility. And so those experiences during university did change my personality in the sense that I'm a lot more confident, and yeah, I just have a lot of fun, and I think that doing those experiences made me stop being so embarrassed about things, because you really have to let loose and do some really silly things. So I started to not care about what people thought of me as much, because you literally could have to dress up in like as a Backstreet Boy and pretend to lip sync to a Backstreet Boys song, like, you know. So I just let loose a bit more, and yeah, it just made me feel like a more me, I think, and I've never felt so happy with myself and confident in myself since then. But in terms of university itself, honestly, I just studied through those 3 years. I did it, I got the degree, and I don't know if I changed much in university apart from just becoming more confident, as I say. But yeah, I think I kind of just became more confident in the time outside of university. I kind of just went to university, got that degree, made some cool friends, but yeah, I think my time after university has more shaped me as a person and in the summers than the university experience itself. Okay, Sam has an actual legit question, but Sam says, did you know that I treasure you and I'm proud of how far you've come? Sam, I love you very much. Thank you for supporting me for so long. Friends, Sam has been supporting me online for many years, and I'm very happy to have you in my life, Bean. What was your favorite game from childhood? Is this gonna surprise you? This will not surprise you. My favorite game was probably Animal Crossing Wild World. However, there is a series that I really liked, weirdly enough, that was Rayman Raven Rabbids. I love Rayman Raven Rabbids too. I love Rayman Raven Rabbids TV Party. I played them all on the Wii. Yeah, it was just a really silly series. I just love the Rayman Raven Rabbids series because me and my friends would like goof around playing them. So, you know, if we're doing the obvious choice of Animal Crossing of course, because Animal Crossing is life, as you know, but also Rayman Raven Rabbids, apparently. I just really like Rayman Raven Rabbids. A hot dog's a sandwich. Sure. It's something between bread, right? That's what a sandwich is. What made you make the leap of faith to be a streamer? So I have always wanted to be in like something to do with video or something to do with talking to people and communicating with people, whether it's through pre-recorded stuff or through live streams. And it just turned out that live streams is where I kind of flourish the most because, I don't know, I really enjoy that live interaction with people. So when I tried it, it was just a really good time and I really enjoyed it. What made me take the leap of faith to do it like full time, because I would have always just done it as a hobby anyway. Doing it full time was just kind of like, because the money I was making was starting to be more than the money I was making from the job that I was working alongside it, and so I just decided to quit that job, focus more in on it, and then save money. And part of that decision also was in the fact that I had a significant amount of savings from my job and stuff to be able to safely decide to do full-time streaming. I wasn't like broke and then was like, let's stream full-time. I had saved a significant amount of money. I had thought about it for quite some time. and it just, yeah, so far it's been really good. I haven't had to dip into those savings too much because I've been earning money from Twitch just as you would with any other job, so it's been really good. And me taking the leap of faith in the first place to stream was because I used to watch streamers and really loved watching streamers, and I just decided let's give it a go because I already did a lot of video content, so it wasn't weird filming myself or talking to myself to a camera. That wasn't the weird part at all, and I don't know, I just wanted to try it because it looked really fun, and yeah, I'm always up for trying new things. I'm always up for it, and video content in particular is something I really love. What is your favorite anime? If you watch anime, hope you have a great day. Oh, well, I don't watch tons of anime, but I have seen a few animes, and I do have a few that I really enjoy, particularly this bean up here. Beastars, can you see that poster up there? It's a Beastars poster. Beastars is definitely my favorite anime. I love the drama. It's a very dramatic anime. It's also based around animal characters. People joke that I'm a closet furry. I just really like animal characters. I love the personalities that they have, and I think the show is really great. So I love Beastars, very dramatic. But I also really love Ouran High School Host Club. Hello, clock. I love Ouran High School Host Club. It's a show about host clubs. It's a very Japanese culture thing, but it's just really funny, and yeah, it's just a really great show, so I would recommend it. How old are you? I am 23 years old. I may not look it. Many people do not think that I am 23 years old, however, I am. My favorite milestone of 2020, ooh, okay. So, I would probably say partner on Twitch because that's a pretty awesome milestone. But more than that, just going full time. Probably going full time and getting the flat that I have now. A place for myself. It's given me a lot of creative freedom, which is great, because I can just kind of do random shit whenever I want because I'm home alone a lot of the time. So those two things are really big things. Full-time partners Twitch streamer and moving out, and yeah, I even got a car this year. I didn't even think I was gonna buy a car this year, but I bought a car this year. Why not? I wanted to be able to travel, so I bought a car. And I'm looking forward in the future to be able to travel around the UK maybe, and maybe go to some nicer places once it warms up a little bit. Do you like being a Twitch streamer / YouTuber? Yes, I do. I mean, sometimes it can be very tiring, of course, like any job, but day to day, yes, I very much enjoy it. It's very fun, and I could be doing so many more things than just getting up out of bed. Sometimes I can wear my pajamas and talking to people all day. It's something that comes pretty naturally to me, I think. I don't find it very difficult most days, but yeah, I love it. I mean, what more could you wish for than like working from home for yourself and getting to meet so many amazing people every day? It's just, yeah. This one just says life of a streamer. If you mean a day in the life, I can kind of try and describe a day in the life. Honestly, I can make a video on a day in life, but it's very chill and cash. Normally I'll just wake up, get some breakfast and get ready. It actually takes quite a bit of time to like do my makeup and get ready and take pictures for my live tweets and stuff, which is something I don't have to do, but I do anyway because I think it helps with engagement. But yeah, I get up, I sit down at my desk for 6.5 hours or however long once I've set everything up, and then after stream I will do a few things here and there, look at my Discord, check my emails, check my business emails. I will do some things on Twitter sometimes, and then I'll go eat dinner and then go back to hanging out with people on Discord, hanging out with my friends, or taking some time to myself. But day to day, it's life of a streamer is, you see most of it on screen, to be honest, because I spend 6.5 hours a day doing it. So the stuff outside of it is mostly just like playing with technical things, making new graphics and making clips and things, video edits, but really most of it is what you see on screen. And yeah, it's very fun. It probably looks completely different from my point of view than yours because you don't see my desk. Like, look, you're on a chair, by the way. You're on my spinny chair. So that's where I sit all day. So yeah, that's where I sit all day and do silly videos and Twitch streams and stuff. Who influences you? Okay, so we only have a few questions left, but I will answer this one. Who influences me? My main influence when I started Twitch streaming was Misha Crossing, and she is still to this day the person I have the longest subscription to. It's almost 3 years worth of subscription to Misha. I started watching her when I was really into Animal Crossing New Leaf, and it's just a really nice space to grow on Twitch in because it's such a friendly community, and now she's the leader of one of the stream teams that I'm in. But there are plenty of people out there who inspire me. Honestly, if you're one of my friends who streams on Twitch and you're doing something cool and innovative and creative, you are inspiring me each and every day. But yeah, Misha's probably my biggest inspiration from the beginning. Nowadays I will just sort of ponder and stumble upon different people and pick up bits from them, but a lot of the stuff that I do on Twitch just come from my own sort of ideas, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't work. But yeah, I'm inspired by everyone I'm surrounded with, like even just friends who will encourage me. I'm just influenced by just the streamers in general, especially those who maybe are bigger than me and have had significant growth. I'm always looking up to those people and trying to figure out what sort of stuff that they do, and yeah, I mean, I always try and do my own thing so I can be a special snowflake and try and stand out a little bit. Like I try not to be too heavily influenced by anyone, but there are people who do inspire me, I will say. I try to do my own thing as much as possible. Alright, well I'm gonna go back to Twitter and answer a few more questions because this video is not too long just yet, so we'll answer a few more of the questions that we had here. If there was something in your life that you could never have to do again, it would just automatically be done forever, what would it be? Example, vacuuming, sleeping, grocery shopping. You think about needing it done and it's done, but you can only pick one. That's a really interesting question. I would just say cleaning in general, but that seems like cheating, so probably doing the dishes, because doing the dishes is just a constant chore. Like I don't mind sweeping or vacuuming as much, or doing grocery shopping, but doing the dishes is so annoying. I need to get a dishwasher or something, but we can't get one here because there's no space, so it's just a constant chore doing dishes. What's your idea of a perfect date? Mine is April 25th because it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. I'm guessing you mean perfect like day, or my favorite season, I'm guessing, in which case summer. Anytime between June and September, probably June or September because they are the cooler months of summer, on like a sunsetty evening when it's like the sun it doesn't set too early, and yeah, just chilling somewhere with friends, having some good laughs. Perfect date, perfect day. If you're talking about a perfect date, that also sounds like a perfect date too, honestly. Like I love the sunset and summer, and yeah, nature makes me very happy, so I'm a quite easy person to please, to be honest, I think. Well, at least I think I am. I don't know, I don't need material things all the time to be happy. I quite enjoy the little things. I do. Ooh, favourite things about Ontario. I did work in Ontario in Canada for 2 years, 2 summers, not 2 whole years, but for a little bit, and my favourite things were probably the lakes. The lakes were really awesome. I really liked all the nature that was around there, especially the places where I worked, but the lakes were really beautiful. But if we're talking about Toronto, I just love the liveliness of Toronto. It's really cool. We stayed in a big old skyscraper apartment building when I stayed there, and it was just really lovely, and yeah, very lively city, very friendly city. And yeah, but if we're talking about where I worked, definitely the lakes. It was just very chill vibes, and like fireflies. I saw fireflies in Ontario and they were great. I hate the mosquitoes though. Mosquitoes fucking suck. You'll know if you've been anywhere with mosquitoes. Oh my god. I think that is everything. So let's lock my phone with my corgi phone case. I still have some tea left, which is surprising. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the Q&A video. I want to do more stuff like this in the future. Maybe not Q&As, but maybe like an apartment tour, talking about stuff that I'm doing in my house. Someone had suggested I do like favorites. I think it was my friend Pi, so I might do some favorites in the future. I've got a few cool things that are coming. Maybe I'll unbox a few things, but yeah. What I want to do with this channel in the future is concentrate on having this content over here be more related to me as a person in my life as opposed to gaming, so that I can direct you over to my Twitch channel if you want to see gaming stuff that's like Let's Plays. I'll still talk about gaming here every now and then, but yeah, I'm just ready to do some fresh content, and I hope that you enjoy the fresh content that I'm doing. Yeah, I just want to do some new stuff, so yeah. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time. Bye!